Hello and welcome to my October TBR. This is my TBR pile, so we're going to get straight into it. This month my TBR was actually chosen by you guys on Instagram, so if you haven't followed my Instagram, here it is. It's just tanwen.books on Instagram and TikTok if you want to follow. I decided that I would do a little mini post where I put on my story a poll where you can choose 2 books and whichever one's won will go on my October TBR. But I didn't tell anyone that this was going to be my October TBR, so yeah, I'm now explaining to you guys that you guys on Instagram actually chose my TBR for this month, so congratulations to you guys. But yeah, this is my pile, so we'll get straight into it. I'm going to start off with the 2 that I'm actually currently reading because of this date. It is already October and quite far into October, so you know, it's the first week of October. So I'm actually listening to Emily Henry Book Lovers. This is the 3rd time this book has been in my house. The 3rd time. So I actually got 2 copies of this given to me, book fairy to me, so I actually gave one to my friend, and then I started reading this and was like, not for me, sold it. It ended up in my house again because Waterstones actually gave me a box of books for so many different genres, and this was in it, and I was like, okay, this is a sign to read it. So when today I was like, I want an audiobook and we have to clean my room, I want an audiobook to listen to just for the day and whilst I'm in the car, and on a Sunday now I actually because of work I have to clean for an hour and a half in work and take bins out and stuff, so I've just been listening to music, but I've decided I'm actually gonna start listening to an audiobook because it just makes more sense. I can read a book, well, listen to a book whilst doing things. So I've started this one. I actually got it on Libby, the audiobook, but Spotify now, if you're a premium, you can get audiobooks, 15 audiobooks a month, so your girl's gonna be doing that every so often. But yeah, I've started this. I don't even know how far in I am. I'm gonna check because I've been listening to it for over an hour, but it's pretty good. So I'm currently on chapter 6, so I'm an hour and something into it because I listened to a normal speed, but I think I'm going to boost it up a bit. But yeah, I am an hour and 45 minutes into it, and I'm actually really loving it. It's interesting. I think if I was reading it I wouldn't like it as much, but because I'm listening to it on an audiobook it is so much easier. It is about Nora, who is in the book business, and Charlie, who she actually meets a year before at a book meeting about this author, and she's now made this author a year later really famous. She's got a film coming out, and her sister's like, we need a break, we're going to the small town, we're living out our small town fantasies, right? So ends up Charlie's in a coffee shop and they're emailing back and forth, and that's where I've got up into the book. But from what I can see, these characters are actually in Happy Place, which I did start, but I could never finish. I just went, nah, not for me, I can't read it. I think it's because of the characters. You learn about them in her other books and then you come back to Happy Place, and that I don't know how I feel about authors that do that. I've got separate books for each one, but they're not interconnected standalones, so you have no particular order of reading them, but then they all meet, and it confuses me. Anywho, I'm enjoying the audiobook. I think it's going to be a decent, so far it's a 3-star for me, and I think that's what it's going to be. It's not the best, but I'm reading it. So for all you Emily Henry fans out there, your girl's finally giving it a go, and I think one of my friends is going to be very proud of me, who is a stan for Emily Henry. Then I'm also reading Fourth Wing. This is a trade paperback. I got this from an Irish shop because I don't think I could stand holding a paperback because I've got really bad joints. So a trade paperback is massive. It is the size of a hardback, but it's just so much easier to read. Plus I've cracked the spine, so you know. But the place is an Irish bookshop, so it's where I can get trade paperbacks. And if you have a Monza card, free conversion rate. So actually I think I got it for like 13 quid, this book, which is kind of really good for a trade paperback. And I've ordered Iron Flame, and I got that one for a similar price. I got that one for 13, so you know, we love that. This one is absolutely fantastic. This is for romance readers wanting to get into fantasy. Fourth Wing is for you. I am that person. I am a romance reader wanting to get into fantasy. This is the book for you, because it has me squealing. It has me going, yes. Like, for example, when it goes, I know how to undo a corset. Yes, you do. However, I've got to this point, and even though I'm absolutely freaking loving it, nothing's happened apart from a kiss, and then he was like, no, can't carry on, because I'm not going to spoil it for you. But I'm like, dude, we're this far in. Where are you? Where are you? But yeah, to say that that is what the spice is up to, and I'm still like devouring it, says a lot about this book. And so please go read it. It has grumpy dragons in it, and I'm now obsessed, and I'm gonna get my nails on Tuesday like this, so we vibe. And then these are the books that you guys on Instagram picked for me. I only picked 4 because I was already in Fourth Wing, and I was like, that's 5 books, that's a pretty good amount. For me, when I'm working so much, it's a really good amount. Then next week I actually have time off, so didn't think about that. But that's because November and December I'm working Christmas shifts at work, so your girl's gonna be dead. But exciting times, so we're gonna get straight into it. The first one is Sophie Lark's There Is No Devils. This is the published one. I've been waiting for this to come out. This is a lot thinner than I thought it would be. It's dinky. But I've got the published versions of There Are No Saints and There Are No Devils now, because I love Sophie Lark. And actually in these books, if I can find it, there we go, there are still illustrations in, which makes me very, very happy. It is also a floppy book, which is like every single Sophie Lark, so you can literally just basically hold it open and it's fine. This one is a serial killer and a starving artist, and the first one is great, and this is the second one to it, and it's called Maria's relationship has grown to consume them both. Cole, a sculptor and a killer, finds himself adrift in the depths of feelings that he's never known, whilst Mary is unafraid of his darkness, is blooming into a successful artist, shaken off her trauma of her youth to finally chase success. And I love it. He almost got caught by the police in the last one, so you know. Then the next one that you guys chose is The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches by Sanguga Maniana. I'm really sorry if I pronounced that wrong. This is actually one of the books of the month that Megan chose at our local bookstop. So it is very cute, very autumn, cozy, witchy vibes, and so I was like, perfect for the season. I'll add this on with Bite Risk, which is a YA book, and everyone chose this, so you know, it's become popular on Book Talk from what I've seen, but I don't think there is any spice in it. I think it's very non, so you know, that's it's okay. We've got several others that do, so it's fine. As you can tell, I don't really read books that don't have spice in it, but I need to get out of that because I need to be able to recommend other people books, so you know. Anywho, yeah, I picked this up and it is gone viral over Book Talk, so we can hope that that's going to be a good one. I was in the mood for witchy, so I added it on. Then got First Down by Grace Riley, because this is traditionally published, and I pre-ordered them as soon as I found out that she was coming out with books and they were traditionally published. I was like, yes, yes, yes. And my friend Kaya has read it literally in a day, like binge read it. Which, if Kaya binge reads a book, you know it's good. You know that book is good. And that is like the best possible thing to do, because when she goes, I've binge read it, you're like, okay, we're adding it instantly. And she binge read it and now it's on my pile, and everyone chose this. I think I did this one on my Dark Romeo, which are 2 of Kai's like favourite books, I believe. And this one got chosen, which I'm quite happy about because it is under 300 pages, and that makes me happy because we're doing short books recently. But yeah, first down. I'm extremely excited for it. Then the last one that you guys chose, I believe it was between this and a Penelope Douglas book, because it is the season for Penelope Douglas. I might read the Nightfall soon, actually, by Penelope Douglas. Anyway, this is Heavy Crown by Sophie Lark. Yes, I have 2 Sophie Lark books in here because, again, it is the season for Penelope Douglas, Sophie Lark. Them sort of books, it is the season for, and this one is Seb's book. It is the last one in the series, and I'm extremely excited. Also floppy, so makes my heart happy. But yeah, it is Sebastian's book, and it's the last one in the series, and then I can get on to her other series, and I need to find out which order to read them in, otherwise I will forget. So, you know, yeah, I have no room on my shelves, but this whole series takes up one shelf, and I'm like, this makes me happy. This just makes me happy. I absolutely adore Sophie Lark. I adore the fact that she has illustrations in her books. Like, it just makes me so happy. Like, illustrations make me happy in books, because then you can like visualize it. You're like, oh, okay, this is what's happening. But yeah, absolutely freaking love the cover. Love Sophie Lark books. This is the final one, so I'm actually so excited to read it. And you guys will have to check out my October wrap up at the end of this month to find out actually what I thought to all these books and what else I read, because we're being hopeful that I read other books. We're being very hopeful. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this book. Well, this October hopefuls, and thank you guys on Instagram for picking it out for me. I hope you did like it. Give this video a thumbs up, comment down below what you are reading this month, and I hope you have an extremely brilliant day.